EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Detroit Lions. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after picking up only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in a couple day, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
A second down throw for Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Hooker now off play action. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Purdy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hooker to throw it. And it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5. In motion goes McLeod. Purdy now on second down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Here's Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect out there. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one is right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
17, 60 Bobcats, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets. Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So able to add on to their 1st half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
On 2nd down, Hooker. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Off play action. Here's Hooker. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now Hooker. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Gibbs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Trap 50.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he will try to run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And the Lions are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Max Williams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's third and 3.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 Lions.
Hooker's going to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Jamison Williams from 17 yards out. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go play action here. Purdy. Quick throw there is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Back to throw, Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Ayuk going to go in motion right. On 1st down, Purdy. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ayuk goes in motion. Purdy now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Jair Brown on the stop there. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
79 Broncos. Come 19, come 19.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hooker 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Hooker. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are right back in this football game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. In motion right, Debo. Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing here, Purdy. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Play action. Now Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Purdy. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Purdy to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Here's 2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Throwing, Purdy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 144 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.